Governor Jay Inslee visited Spokane earlier today. He started by visiting the Catalyst building on East Sprague. Tonight, we tell you more about that project and the governor's visit.
Lori Vallow and her husband Chad Daybell have now been indicted on first-degree murder charges in the deaths of Lori's kids, Tylee and JJ. Tonight, we're breaking down the latest development in this complicated case.
Tracking some heavy rain showers and isolated thunderstorms. That and your weekend forecast coming up. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on KREM 2 News. I'm Tom Sherry. Mark is off tonight.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. Governor Jay Inslee paid a visit to Spokane earlier today, starting with a visit at the Catalyst building.
Yeah, he then went to meet with local leaders at Hope House 2.0 to discuss homelessness in the city. KREM 2's Ian Smay was at the Catalyst building for the start of the governor's trip and joins us live with more on his visit. Ian.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Governor Inslee started his tour of the Catalyst building behind me at about 10:30 this morning. The building is the result of a partnership between Eastern Washington University and Avista, and Governor Inslee got a tour of all the projects going on. The Catalyst building is a $64 million, 159,000 square foot building that produces just as much energy as it uses. It's also the city's first zero emission and zero carbon building. The idea is for the Catalyst to be a model to design energy conscious buildings. During his tour today, Governor Jay Inslee said there will be more in Washington State.
What you see in Catalyst is the first of, I believe, will be hundreds of projects across the state of Washington, in part funded by the Climate Commitment Act that the legislature passed and I signed last week. So we see a vision of the future that is going to be worldwide at some point, starting right here in Spokane. I could not be more excited.
While there, he watched presentations about the building and is now taking home a piece of EWU's original red turf.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Real fit, perfect.
Inslee visited the university's first dedicated space for occupational therapy. He also saw Avista's power grid simulator, which allows them to prepare for different scenarios affecting their network.
Well, this is fantastic. To have a simulation capability in this is, it's just a godsend to do all this work. And obviously you're using it in such an innovative capacity, and I love the fact that you're coordinating with climate change.
Inslee then went to Volunteers of America's Hope House 2.0. While there, he met with local leaders to discuss homelessness in the city. He heard about Hope House 2.0's goal of providing housing to women in need.
You might know this building just opened recently. It's one of very few in our nation where we've partnered both an emergency shelter on the bottom floor and permanent supportive housing on the top floor. So you don't see this model very frequently. We're very excited to roll it out here in Spokane community.
Inslee was joined on that trip to the new Hope House by Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward. Now, there were some people protesting in support of the effort to recall Governor Inslee during his visit today. Only about 3 of them were here at the Catalyst building in the morning, but by the time he made it to Hope House 2.0 later in the day, there were about a dozen of them. Reporting in downtown Spokane, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Ian. And from one Washington governor now to another. Inslee's predecessor, Christine Gregoire, has a new job running a business group called Challenge Seattle. That group recently published a report on Washington's homelessness crisis and offered a plan of attack to fix it. The former governor spoke one-on-one with our political reporter Casey Decker tonight about what they found has worked in other cities.
Former Governor Gregoire's group focused their study on chronic homelessness. Those are people who have some sort of disability and have been out on the street for extremely long periods of time.
Those are the folks that we see more often than not in tents and camps and so on. Not the individual whose family from domestic violence suddenly finds themselves in a once-in-a-lifetime chronic homelessness or a homelessness situation.
Those are also the people who tend to take up the most resources. The report estimates Spokane County currently has just under 500 people who fit that description, and the numbers in Washington are rising, even as some cities in California, like San Diego, have all but halted the increase in chronic homelessness.
It's at 2% annually, and over the last 5 years, King County has been at 42%. Spokane at 27%, Vancouver at 33%. So obviously we need to make a course correction, and we need to look at what they've done to be successful in Bakersfield and San Diego and replicate what we can here.
One of the biggest issues that they found with the current approach to homelessness, resources are too often siloed apart from one another, making them less effective.
One lesson we learned quite clearly: housing alone won't do it. Services alone won't do it. You absolutely have to have the both. And you have to have the services on demand. For example, if I'm having a traumatic event in my life, healthcare, mental health, whatever, I can't wait for 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 5 months for an appointment. I need attention now.
In California, the city's remedied that in part by creating command centers with dedicated caseworkers who go directly to the people in need and follow their progress. This echoes a few programs that already exist in Spokane, like the Envision Center, but Gregoire says state and local governments should be dedicating even more money to quickly attacking this problem, perhaps using federal stimulus funds.
Every time that individual goes to an emergency room, it costs taxpayers a lot of money. Every time that individual goes to some crisis clinic, it costs a lot of money. So at the end of the day, what we found is it costs us more for not doing what we can do to succeed, as opposed to what it would cost us if we dedicated our human and financial resources to doing what really does bring about success.
She said some of those funds could go to emergency housing in the form of buying motels, a program she says showed success in California, while waiting for more permanent housing to become available. In Spokane, Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.
In some breaking news this afternoon, Lori Vallow and her husband, Chad Daybell, are now facing murder charges in the deaths of her 2 children.
A special prosecutor announced a grand jury indictment today on first-degree murder charges, as well as conspiracy, theft, and fraud charges. Last June, both Chad and Lori were charged with destroying evidence, but this is the first time they've actually faced charges in direct connection to the deaths of Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow. Remains of those 2 kids were found buried in Chad's backyard, which is located just outside of Rexburg, Idaho, and that all happened last summer.
Now, Chad is also facing charges for the murder of his previous wife, Tammy Daybell, as well as charges for insurance fraud. Lori is also accused of grand theft after receiving Social Security benefits on her children after they went missing and then later turned up dead. The victims' families say they've waited nearly a year for these murder charges. They were announced today on what would have been JJ's 9th birthday. All right, Tom, let's take a look outside as we talk about the weather. We know that we're excited about what is coming here for the weekend, but we've got to get through some couple of days here.
Yeah, we've got some stormy weather going on right now across areas of northern Idaho. I mean, it looks bad out there. We'll look for evening showers and scattered thunderstorms. We've got more rain and wind with thunderstorms developing again Thursday night into Friday. Friday will be much cooler, and then we rebound nicely. Right now, the computer models have us looking pretty good for Saturday through Memorial Day Monday. Look at that live look at Lake Coeur d'Alene. It is coming down out there. 67 degrees, that's the current temperature out at the Spokane Airport. There's the rain that is moving up through areas of Benawa, Latah, Kootenai, and Shoshone County. We've even got a little bit of rain now in southern Spokane County. We'll give you kind of a look here where you see the darker shades of green and the yellows. That indicates much heavier rainfall, even an isolated thunderstorm now on the southern end of Lake Pend Oreille around the Bayview, Idaho area. Your day planner forecast calling for an overnight low of 47 degrees, and we'll look for the decreasing showers once the sun sets tonight. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, just a slight chance of showers, especially in areas of northern Idaho and western Montana. Should be mostly dry, though, here locally. And then, my gosh, look at the 3-day weekend. Saturday, 71, 79 expected on Sunday, and Memorial Day looks more like July 4th. We could see temperatures climb into the 80s. Well, today, the Spokane Arena mass vaccination site is hosting a vaccination happy hour. Yeah. They're administering the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. It started at 5 o'clock and it goes until 7.
Yeah, so it just got started really a few minutes ago. They were there preparing earlier in the afternoon. So we want to turn straight to Regina On, who has been there and is there now to tell us how it's going. Hi, Regina.
Hi guys, so I'm wearing my sunglasses because the sun is beaming on me. Such a nice afternoon here at the arena, and it just kicked off at 5 o'clock. As you know, it is a happy hour, so you want to know what is the happy hour in the happy hour. It is David's Pizza, and I want to show you guys the magic behind this vaccination happy hour. So first off, hi Mark, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Love to see you. And then you were going to show me a couple things today, right,
well,
for folks?
Part of the deal was for you to do this, you had to put a pizza together, so I'm not going to let you off the hook.
He's putting me to work, guys. Okay, so let's do this.
So we have pepperonis here, and you have to put them down right side up.
Okay.
There's the front and the back.
Now, you are out here today, and it's important for you to be out here, right? For folks
Yes.
to get their vaccinations?
Yeah, we're just trying to put a little bit of fun into getting us poked in the arm. I mean, not everybody gets up in the morning and looks forward to that, but we've
Yes.
got pizza, we've got KCZU is here. Who knows what we're going to be giving away today?
And of course, Creme is here as well, you know,
Well,
the
you're
real
wearing
deal.
the shirt. I didn't know I had to say something.
Okay, so obviously there's going to be pizza here for you. There's also a photo opportunity with Boomer here. Boomer's here from the Spokane Shock. So you have a lot of opportunities to come out here. Have some fun. Bring the kids out. If you haven't gotten a vaccination yet, please do so. There is a Johnson & Johnson single dose vaccination. So far, I've seen a lot of people, a good turnout so far. It's happening till 7 o'clock. They're going to be pumping up the music here in just a bit. So a lot of fun out here. But for now, I'll throw it back to you guys live here in Spokane. Regina on Creme 2 News.
Mark Starr from David's Pizza, always doing a great job, and Boomer from the Spokane Chiefs. We thank you. All right, new tonight, several Spokane high schools will hold their graduation ceremonies at the United States Pavilion in Riverfront Park. On Saturday, June 12th, Shadle Park in North Central and the On Track Academy will hold commencements throughout the day. And then the following day, Sunday, June 13th, it'll be Lewis and Clark, Rogers, and Ferris High School seniors that are going to be graduating. And then on Monday, June 14th, the community school will hold their graduation. Each graduate will receive 2 general seating wristbands for the guests to attend the ceremony. Graduates with family members who are fully vaccinated may exchange their 2 general seating area wristbands for up to 4 wristbands for the fully vaccinated seating area. That's good news.